when you can't get what you want, sometimes you may hear this brilliant, really, piece of advice like, do something small, take that first step, do something symbolic to show the universe, God, life, whatever makes sense to you, that you treat your goals or dreams seriously. So, for instance, you can post something on social media and see what happens. And I do believe it's a good piece of advice, but very often people overlook the fact that you post something or you do something small doesn't mean that you will see the results. It doesn't mean that you will get what you want. Very often for a very, very long time, if at all. And I think it's very important to mention this because you may get discouraged very easily. So taking the first step doesn't mean that you will get what you want immediately. And sometimes it may turn out that actually there's something better for you and you will stop desiring whatever you wanted. But what is very important from my perspective is remembering that if you don't see results after 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, perhaps 1 year, it doesn't mean that you should stop doing whatever you're doing. Because very often when we have a big dream or a big goal, it means that it is something different compared to what we've known. So there are a lot of changes that need to happen in our lives or inside of us. Our mindset very often has to change. And I would say that taking that first step, doing something small, well, it's really all about that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that whatever you wanted will, pop up in your life just after 1 day. It can happen, of course, but I would say that for many of us, just taking that first step means that we open ourselves up, to other opportunities, to other possibilities, which is pretty exciting. And, it can get us unstuck in a way. So that's why I thought I would bring this up, because I believe that when we hear this very often enthusiastic and motivating piece of advice, just like, post this little thing on social media, do that thing, you won't regret it and it will change your life. It probably will, but that doesn't mean that, it's like a genie in a bottle and they will ask you, just your 3 wishes and, your wish is my command. At least not in the way that we think it would work. So my advice would be to keep that in mind, that the fact that we do something, well, it doesn't necessarily mean that we will see the results or we will see whatever it is that we want immediately, if at all, because sometimes much better things can be waiting for us. That's what I wanted to say. I wish you all the best. And I will speak to you soon.